Let it rain. Come on. So they had them apple bottom jean boots with the fur.
And we're back with Eyewitness News on channel 9.6234. I'm Rania. And I'm Jen. Today we're going to talk to you about World War I, the causes and effects. First we'll talk about a little bit about background. So, Rania, what do you want to know?
I don't know. How did World War I end?
That's easy. World War I lasted from 1914 to 1918 and was originally called the Great War. It came to an end when the balance of power shifted in favor of the Allies. Serbia, France, Great Britain, Italy, Russia, the U.S., and 19 other nations, all against the Central Powers, Austria-Hungary, Germany, Bulgaria, and the Ottoman Empire. Although the United States had not been fully prepared to enter the war, the American government mobilized quickly to rally troops and citizens behind the war effort. Tell me more, Rania.
I asked the question. In April 1917, the U.S. Army numbered slightly more than 100,000 men. By the end of the war, however, the number had soared to about 5 million. The arrival of the U.S. troops in Europe gave the Allies the manpower they needed to win the war. In November 1918, Germany agreed to a truce, and the Central Powers finally surrendered. In January 1919, Allied representatives gathered in Paris, France, to draft the peace settlement. And now we are back with causes of World War I, live here with Jen. Ba-ba-da-da.
And my cat.
And the cat.
Unlike World War II, the causes of World War I are not quite as clear. Historians say that the war had been building up for some time prior to 1914. So technically, the war had been in motion before it even started. The Great War was caused by people hungry for power, or as in World War II, you know, Mussolini and Hitler technically were the ones who caused it all. But that's not World War I. No, it's not. So, some of the main causes were the alliance systems, competition, and militarism.
Cheater.
And national beliefs. Nationalistic beliefs. These general causes created an atmosphere in Europe which made war a likelihood. The spark which ignited the flame and transformed these underlying problems into a frenzy of hostilities happened in the Balkans. On June 28, 1914, Archduke Francis Ferdinand, you know, Franz Ferdinand is a band. Anyway, Francis Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated while visiting Sarajevo. At first, it appeared to be another Balkan crisis that might pass without major disturbance, but a month later, Austria severed relations with Serbia, and a move that preceded war by only a few days. So Serbia formed an alliance with Austria. You know, war broke out within like a few days. So, yes, those are the causes of World War I. Back to you, Rania, with the effects. And here's Rania with the effects of World War I. What the
My
heck was
name
that?
My name's Rania.
Okay.
Okay.
Sniffle, sniffle.
Effects of World War I. England had been the center of the Great Britain Empire before World War I. The war marks the beginning of the decline of the empire in the face of rising nationalist demand for independence throughout the non-European world. Also, after World War I ended, women's rights were up higher.
Which means...
We got to vote. Like
Okay.
anyone does that anyway. But,
Well, back then they didn't.
yeah. Moving on. France also suffered untold property damage since most of the war was on the Western Front,
Woo!
which is in France,
Woo!
on French's soil. Okay. Furthermore, the United States was a great continental power with great population and resources.
Yay! Cheater.
A bunch of other stuff happened too. Okay. Both the Austrian and Ottoman empires have been destroyed without there being any stable alternative. The revolution came earlier than it otherwise would have had.
You're so boring.
Like World War I is exciting.
It is.
Woo! Yeah, okay, I'll make it exciting. There were big explosions and people died, and then people suffered terrible injuries. 100,000 people of the United States have suffered from terrible injuries. Oh no, 100,000 people died.
Yeah.
5 million people
Yeah, that totally wasn't creepy at all.
were injured.
In conclusion.
War sucks.
Okay.
Let's review! Woo! Okay, from your movie worksheet, we are World War I lasted from 1914 through
1918.
It was originally called the Great War. It came to an end when the balance of power shifted in favor of the Allies. Serbia. We need answers. Serbia.
Wait for it.
France, Great Britain, Italy, Russia, the United States, and 19 other nations against the Central Powers. Austria-Hungary, Germany, Bulgaria, and my phone's ringing. And the Ottoman Empire. Although the United States had not been fully prepared to enter the war,
Why are you yelling?
the American, so they can hear us. The American government mobilized quickly to rally troops and citizens behind the war effort.
I'll finish it.
In
April 1917, the U.S. Army numbered slightly more than 100,000 men. By the end of the war, however, the number had soared to about 5 million. The arrival of U.S. troops in Europe gave the Allies the manpower they needed to win the war. In November 1918, Germany agreed to a truce, and the Central Powers finally surrendered. In January 1919, Allied representatives gathered in Paris, France, to draft the peace settlement. Okay.
Causes of World War I.
Causes. The four main causes of World War I were 1. Alliance systems, 2. Competition, 3. Militarism, and 4. Nationalistic beliefs.
And stuff.
And yeah.
Effects of World War I. It was upon England, France, United States, Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and upon Russia.
They blamed Germany for the war because of the 14 points, I believe.
Yeah.
But we'll go into more full depth after the video, which will be.
I didn't get it. We are live.
Turn around and grab that booty and smash. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, son, I got low. warming, kept me showing, make me want it. 2 in the morning.